Welcome back to the channel, and today's episode of Wheelgun Wednesday is going to be the top 5 carry revolvers. Thought I'd make this video. After all, we did make a video called Top 5 Concealed Carry Revolvers a couple years back. This is an updated list as to stuff that I prefer. You'll probably notice a couple different themes here. One of those themes that you'll definitely notice is that these are all 5-shot wheel guns. There is not a 6-shot snub on this. These are all 5-shot, and they are all chambered in at least 38 Special Plus P. There are a couple 357 Magnum chambered guns here as well, if you want to have those Magnum capabilities and that additional power and stopping power. Alright, first one to cover here. Let's start out with the heavy hitter here. This is the Smith & Wesson Model 640 Pro Series, and yes, it is chambered in 357 Magnum. You can see it right there at the bottom of the lug, right below the fluting job on that barrel. Very Wilson Combat-like, pretty cool. Again, a 5-shot snub, and this is running a Zeta 6 snap safe snap cap ring. So if you guys are interested in these products, go over to Zeta 6 website. Again, they offer these for K frames, J frames, and also your Ruger LCR. This specific Model 640 Pro Series is cut for a moon clip, so that's one of the features of the 640. The 640 Pro Series is hammerless. You have an internal hammer and no lock, as you can see. Beautiful sight picture on this revolver. If you don't hit what you're aiming at with this double action trigger, there's something wrong with you, not the gun. An amazing Pro Series trigger on this. Beautiful return spring. Tremendous trigger. And again, dry firing with the Zeta 6 snap safe. This is also running a set of Altamont grips, by the way. So Smith & Wesson medallion, woven style checkering or whatever this is. It looks really good. Fully exposed bag strap with these grips, so you will absorb some of that recoil of the 357 Magnum if that's what you run in this gun. And that's what I would prefer to actually run in this wheel gun and in this one as well. But not so much in this, but it wouldn't be as bad with these new Crimson Trace grips, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Again, back to the Model 640. Nice size ejector rod on this revolver, so it makes it really easy to extract those spent shell casings. Again, a 5-shot snub. Quality control on this gun, you guys, is really good. And this is a 2018 Smith, I believe. I think that's how long we've had this thing in. This is its first appearance here. Had it that long. And anyway, really nice sight picture on this J-frame. Most J-frames have a pretty poor sight picture, and they aren't easy to shoot overall, and they have really terribly strong double action triggers that aren't easy to manipulate. But this Pro Series gun has a really good trigger. And again, the quality control on this one looks to be top notch. Nothing missed on this gun. From there, my probably most carried gun on this list is the Smith & Wesson M&P 340 scandium frame lightweight J-frame. Again, running a Zeta 6 snap safe ring in this. So this is a 5-shot snub weighing in at almost 14 ounces unloaded. Again, 5 shots of 357 Magnum. This is wearing a Crimson Trace red laser grip on the specific gun. You have a stainless steel sleeved barrel in there, you can see that. XS night sight, gutter rear frame style rear sight. Most carried J-frame on this table. This one and the other 340 that is not wearing a Crimson Trace grip, we have shot the crap out of and used quite a bit. It is a extremely high quality carry piece, and again, no lock. This right here is a DeSantis Nemesis holster for your revolvers. It'll fit a Ruger LCR, or of course your Smith & Wesson M&P 340. Link in the description box if you guys are interested. It's only about 25 bucks for these holsters. Back to the M&P 340, you'll notice that there is a little metal piece right here above the barrel in the frame. That is to protect your scandium alloy frame from any sort of flame cutting or, again, any punishment that that forcing cone may undertake from firing 357 Magnums through this. The trigger on this gun, considering it isn't a performance center gun or a Pro Series gun, it's not bad. It's got an amazing return spring. Just a tremendous double action trigger. And this is one of the most carryable, powerful pocket rockets out there. You could fire all sorts of rounds through this and not run into any sort of issues with erosion or anything like that. Smith & Wesson M&P 340, another perfect concealable revolver on the top 5 carry revolver list. All right, moving from there, let's move to this right here. This is the Smith & Wesson 642 Airweight. Got an aluminum alloy frame on this, chambered in 38 Special Plus P, so you can shoot 38 Special Plus P or your standard 38 Specials through this, your call. Little lightweight pistol. This weighs about an ounce or 2 more than the M&P 340. And again, it shoots less powerful rounds because you can't put a 357 Magnum in this, but it is a quality piece nonetheless. Classic concealed carry offering from Smith & Wesson with the 442 or 642s. Again, no lock on this pistol, and again, running the Zeta 6 snap ring again. Closing it up by the crane and then turning the cylinder to lock it into place. Make sure it's properly timed here. Running a red Crimson Trace grip on this as well. Same grips as on the M&P 340. You can actually buy the Smith & Wesson 642 no lock as built out this way with these Crimson Trace grips. If you'd prefer, just seek out this specific variation basically. The return spring on this is so smooth. Just classic Smith & Wesson quality when they're doing it right, if you know what I'm saying. And next, let's cover the Ruger LCR 357 Magnum. This is a tremendous option if you are going to carry 357 Magnums in your wheel gun. Because of the Hogue Tamer grip here, this boot two-finger style grip. It's just very good at absorbing recoil. People would be surprised to see that with, again, this short little snubby grip on this snub-nosed revolver, but again, it absorbs all that recoil with this rubber grip. It's just a great design. Again, another 5-shot snub, running a Zeta 6 snap safe ring for the Ruger LCR. This specific LCR, I did install a high-vis green fiber optic front sight, so that is after the fact. Again, no lock on this pistol, no internal lock. Ruger used to sell the LCR where they had an internal lock underneath the grip and it was a little keyhole lock. They don't do that anymore, thankfully, so nothing like that to worry about on this. Just another thing that could possibly go wrong, keyhole lock and all that. I still have a couple, but I don't know how much longer I will be holding on to those that do have the locks. I don't understand why anyone would ever put a lock on a revolver. I just don't think it's a good idea, personally. Again, 5-shot snub, push button style cylinder release, so unlike the Smith & Wessons that you have to press forward on it to release the cylinder, you just press inward and again, push your cylinder out to reload this thing. The trigger on the LCRs is a bit different compared to even a professionally tuned trigger from like a Performance Center gun or a Pro Series gun. It's interesting, the friction cam design, if I remember right on these, it's very smooth. Very consistent. The springs on the LCR, there's not as much force pushing you back forward to reset that trigger, so you gotta make sure you come all the way out to reset that trigger every time. But otherwise, the LCR, man, it is definitely a preferred concealed carry piece for me on this list with how well it shoots. The easiest shooting revolver on this list is right here, for sure, in my opinion. Again, best grip as far as very ergonomic, soaks up all the recoil, and a very easy trigger to use. The Ruger LCR. Real quick, I didn't cover this yet. This is a Robert Micah's pocket holster, so Micah's pocket holster for, again, your Ruger LCR. Handmade, a little bit more money than like a DeSantis Nemesis holster, talking about $40, $36, but again, well worth it if you want to support an American-made company buying a quality pocket holster. Last pistol. What is in this Micah's pocket holster? Again, this is the brown, and then this is the black leather. Boom! This is the Smith & Wesson 442 Airweight. Again, same pistol as the 642, but in black basically. So again, 38 Special plus P or 38 Special. But you can see I have a slightly different grip on this one. This is the Hulk grip, the green laser. Again, from Crimson Trace, if you guys are interested. They are kind of expensive, these Crimson Trace grips. Just know that going into it. An extremely ergonomic grip on the green laser here, even more ergonomic feeling than the red. But it will last half the amount of time as far as your battery life on the green compared to the red laser. Again, running a Zeta 6 snap safe ring in here. Great trigger on this thing. Absolutely love the Smith & Wesson quality when it's done right, and all of these no-lock models have had absolutely no issues. Again, 38 Special plus P, you guys. It'll get the job done, in my opinion. 5 shots. You know, hopefully you're carrying extra ammunition. If you're carrying one of these 5-shot snubs, again, a preferred way to carry extra ammo would be the Zeta 6 J-Pack, carrying 2 of those strips with 5 extra rounds on top of each other. If you carry that set and the gun itself, that's 15 shots. Plenty of firepower. Just make sure that you do your part. If you end up having to use this thing, hit your target, because again, rounds are limited with these style designs. Anyway, y'all, I hope you enjoyed this top 5 revolvers video. As always, I appreciate y'all watching this episode of Wheelgun Wednesday, and we'll catch you on the next one. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel here on YouTube, Beretta 9mm USA, for more guns and gear videos coming up in the future. And as always, remember, your Second Amendment is worth protecting.